Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Atieno and welcome to our evening news broadcast. Tonight, we are taking a closer look into the police-launched investigation concerning Mombasa gang violence. Following reports of gang violence in Mombasa, police have launched an investigation into the matter and are working to restore peace and security in the region. But first, let's take a look at the top headlines. The presidential tour. Kilifi County bans distribution, sales of Muguka. European Union introduces a new wave of sanction against Russia in response to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Global marketers react positively to the latest economic data from the United States. Streets underwater. Turtle Spurs wins against Plantech FC at Olentimama Stadium. International news, we begin with a significant diplomatic visit. President William Ruto is currently on a 4-day state visit to the United States of America. The visit is aimed at strengthening bilateral ties, economic cooperation, and addressing security and trade. During the visit, he is set to meet the topmost official of the United States of America, including Joe Biden, the President of the USA. Thereafter, proceed to Tyler Perry Studio to bolster Kenyan's creative economy and Coca-Cola headquarters to sign an investment deal underscoring the importance of trade and investment. Into local news,
Kilifi County bans distribution and sale of Muguka. Kilifi County government has prohibited the entry, transportation, distribution, sale and use of Muguka within its territory, becoming the second county after Mombasa to implement the ban. Governor Gideon Mung'aro declared all outlets, whether in form of retail or wholesale, selling or distributing Muguka within the county to be closed immediately. He said motor vehicles transporting Muguka shall not.
Muguka inakuliwa mpaka na watoto wa miaka 5, 6, 10. So tumesema tunakataza uingizaji wa Muguka Kilifi, tunakataza uchukuzi wa Muguka Kilifi, usambazaji, kuuza na kutumia na vitu vyake vyote ambavyo vinatengezwa na Muguka. Unajua, huwezi kusema Mlima Kenya inapigana na pombe haramu, alafu ukija Kilifi ama Pwani mnaruhusu Muguka. Hata ukiangalia sheria za NACADA, Muguka si katika vile vitu ambavyo vimehalalishwa kuuzwa. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema si mambo na wakati. Ni hatari kwa watoto wetu. Imeharibu watoto wetu.
The county departments and their agencies are directed to enforce this order without exception, he added. Any officers found colluding with culprits will face the law and all the disciplinary actions there are, said the governor. This comes just a day after the Governor Nasir banned the entry, sale and use of Muguka within Mombasa. Reporting for News Guru, Amangira Ella.
A turn to international news.
Good evening and welcome to the Global News Network. I am Felix Waweru, bringing you the latest headlines from around the world and business sector. Let's begin with our top international stories. In our first story tonight, the European Union has announced a new set of sanctions against Russia in response to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. These sanctions target key sectors of the Russian economy, including energy and finance, and they intended to increase pressure on Moscow to de-escalate the situation. The EU's foreign policy chief stated that these measures are a necessary step to uphold international law and support Ukraine's sovereignty. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, tensions continues to rise as negotiations over the Iran's nuclear program have hit a stalemate. Talks in Vienna have been little progress, with both sides accusing each other of inflexibility. The United States have reiterated its commitment to preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, while Iran insists its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. Experts warn that a breakdown in talks could lead to increased instability in the region. In Asia, China has launched a major initiative to bolster its economic ties with Southeast Asian nations. The Belt and Road expansion aims to enhance infrastructure, trade, and investment links between China and countries in the region. Analysts suggest this move is part of China's broader strategy to assert its influence in the Asian Pacific amidst growing competition with the United States.
Let's take a short commercial break, and after that, we'll be getting back to you with other news.
Stand a chance to win your share of 160 million and 1 millionaire to be announced weekly.
Jambo Kenya, it's your girl Ella here.
And your boy Nick D in the building. Don't forget to tune in to our show,
The Views,
bringing you bangers after bangers pale 7 a.m.
kukuchangamshia siku. Kama leo topic yetu imekuwa mental health. Since tuko mental health awareness month, tumeongelea wanaume na hamkuniambia wanaume mnapitianga mambo kama hayo. Anyways,
Na kesho my people tutakuwa tunaongelelea the ban of Muguka hapo Mombasa na Kilifi. Nimeona mambo kwa mtandao imechacha. Let's see your views tomorrow. Kesho asubuhi 7 a.m. Tune in, tujibambe, tuchangamke na siku.
Thank you for tuning back to News Guru Radio. We have more news coming your way. I'm your host, Elizabeth Atieno. Business news.
Marketers have reached positively to the latest economic data from the United States. The US Labor Department reported that the unemployment has fallen to its lowest level in over a decade, signaling a strong labor market. This news has boosted investors' confidence with the major indices like the Dow Jones and S&P 500 showing significant gain. In corporate news, technical giant Apple has announced its plan to invest $1 billion in a new chip manufacturing facilities in Texas. This investment is part of the Apple strategy to reduce its dependence on foreign suppliers and ensure a more resilient supply chain. The new facility is expected to create thousands of jobs and further strengthen the US semiconductor industry. Finally, in the world of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin has seen a surge in the value, reaching its highest price in 6 months. This rise is attributed to growing institutional interest and increased adoption by major companies. However, experts caution that this cryptocurrency market remains highly volatile and investors should be prepared for the potential fluctuation. That's all for today's international and business news. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more update and have a great evening.
And into the weather forecast. In the past few months, Kenya has been experiencing severe floods that is causing damage and disruption. Narok County, Narok Town being one of the towns experiencing heavy rainfalls. The flooding has caused significant damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructures. Around Masai Mara University, there has also been a case of a flooding river and Kare, causing trouble for students during these times. This has forced the students and the villagers who use the river water for domestic purposes to avoid using the bridge across the river at any cost. Let's dive into sports news.
Total Spurs wins against Plantech in the second leg 3-2 in Olentimama Stadium, Narok County. This is a comeback after Plantech FC had defeated them in the first leg. The team captain had this to say before the game.
And what are your expectations for today's game as the team's captain?
Today's game is not it's not easy. The last time we played with the Plantec, we lost. They won 3-2, and we are planning today. We know we will win this match.
You are very prepared for the game, yeah?
100%.
Ini comeback sasa?
Ini comeback. Comeback mbaya.
Reporting for News Guru, Amangira Ella. On to today's fun fact.
Did you know that there is a species of fish called the mudskiper that can actually walk on land? Yes, you heard that right. These little guys have adopted to survive in both water and land. They use their pectoral fins to walk and even climb trees. It's like they are fish and amphibians all in one. Nature is full of amazing surprises, ain't it? It's 15 minutes past 7 p.m. and those are the stories we had for you tonight. Make sure you stay tuned to News Guru Radio for more news updates. I'm your host, Elizabeth Atieno.